Hello everybody, this is Zigzag Zog coming to you from what is a rainy Western Kentucky today, and we're here to continue our playthrough of Long War of the Chosen, and we are about ready to get into a smash and grab, Operation Dead Man's Heart here in the eastern US. But just peeking at this, as I was waiting to start my recording, I'm going, we got 11 hours left, we got the time, we have no real sense of urgency to get in there now. Why don't we take that extra 11 hours and just find out if we can change the enemy readiness down to the, I think the next lowest is vulnerable. I think that would reduce their detection range on us, making it easier to move around if we can make that happen. So let's just hold on here. We're going to go back out, just continue our making contact over here in the western US. And that was quick. So we bring Seattle and those areas into the mix, into the fold. So my brother who lives in the Seattle area, welcome to the resistance.
Reading you loud and clear.
Okay, we're going to get some new supplies or extra supplies at our next supply drop, having the western US in the fold.
New regional contacts
And we
located.
now have access to new Australia, as opposed, I guess, to old Australia. And we're almost 100, we're 106%. We got a couple percent more to infiltrate, so let's just continue scanning. Actually, before I do that, let's just get everybody in our New Haven area onto intel initially. Initially, I just like to get, as many players do, get intel off the ground, and I don't think we have a Haven advisor available. We just have rookies, or everybody else is being used. So we'll go sans advisor initially. Let's continue scanning, see if we come up with any mission, and no, we're ready to go on the smash and grab, and now enemy readiness is still normal, so didn't work out for us this time. We have to remember evac with a flare will take 3 turns, so a little bit before we're done or anticipate being done with the mission, we got to remember to fly our own or throw our own evac flare so we can get out of there before reinforcements show up. So anyway, just a refresher on who we're taking. Looks like we have Guinan as our assault. Data will be our sharpshooter. Benjamin Mystic Anwar, we have our Templar with us, is there. We have Gordi LaForge, a shinobi, and 2 rookies we're bringing along, both from my Long War 1 playthrough that's currently going on. Tommy Pokemon Hertz and Jeffrey Drag. So good luck to you. Hopefully you're as successful as you are so far in the other playthrough. And let's launch the mission. See what it looks like. Okay, Operation Dead Man's Heart in the wilderness of the eastern United States. Let's get in there and check out the specifics of the map. And we are landed, and looks kind of that twilight mood that we have. We are on the ground
and we have an
with some
opportunity
high
here to
ground
take a few
nearby.
for ourselves. Locate and mark the crates with transponders, and Firebrand will handle the rest.
And we got our crates over in this kind of direction, so we'll make our way in that direction. We're near the edge right here, so yeah, we'll kind of angle forward, and let's lead the way with Gordi LaForge, the shinobi.
All right.
Taking our first peek out there. Do we have any cover? Yeah, we'll go up to this half cover here, see what kind of range and view it gives us. Nothing so far, so we'll run everybody up there. Tommy, let's get you up to the tree here. Jeffrey, we'll see how far. Happy with your ranges so far, you guys. Guinan.
You are sure you're
It
doing the
looks
right
like
thing?
at this point we're a little raised from where we'll be going. Yeah, we got some high ground, and yeah, it's very tempting to me to get a sharpshooter poised up here, but being a smash and grab, I'm probably going to try getting the sharpshooter down with us if everything works out, and get everybody placed next That's the ideal. It doesn't always happen that way, but ideal is nice to get everybody positioned next to a crate without being detected, and then exploding and becoming activated all at once, and that secures us like half the crates all at once and makes it possible to usually maximize the number of crates we'll be able to get for the mission. So that's the hope. That's the ideal way to have it work out. We'll see if we can make that happen.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. As you know, any mission in XCom, you have a plan. But what are the odds that it'll work out in the ideal fashion? Well, you know the answer to that. Okay, Gordi, let's get you down there and take a peek. Tend to lead off as much as possible. I wonder if I should get high to get a view, but we'll just get up to this corner over here
I understand.
and take a peek. Nothing so far. Wouldn't that be ideal? Okay, we're starting to get to the edge of what looks like an alien facility here. That's where all the loot is going to be stashed for pickup, so we got to try and get ourselves positioned to thwart their plan. So let's
Moving to designated
down
coordinates.
this way, and it looks like then we can double move you up also. There's no timer, so there's no real need to be too rushy, but since we were so far back, we'll get ourselves up closer, and then as we start getting closer to these crates, we're gonna have to be more careful, because we definitely don't want to all of a sudden be activating the enemy before we're ready to position ourselves on the crates. Guinan. Yeah, we got some cover over here. Data. You don't have quite the mobility as everybody else, but you're carrying that big old sniper rifle. And finally, let's get our Templar, who doesn't also have the greatest of range. We'll bring the Mystic up this way. Benjamin.
Quiet! Did you hear something?
Yeah, we got a sound cue now. So we know we got enemies out there, as if we didn't know that already. Okay, let's get Gordi LaForge moving up here. We should be safe to move up this way. Now we're going to start worrying a little bit more. We'll go blue move at a time. Blue move at a time till we start seeing some enemies, and so far nothing. We see a second crate over here. It's these crates. They got the one highlighted by the icon, but it's any crate like that with a little you got our little lit up crates here with the white lights on them. Those are the ones we're looking for to pick up. I see another one. I see about 3 of them so far, so we'll start looking to spread ourselves out a little bit as we move up. Gordi, let's get you a little bit farther forward, seeing if we get vision on anybody up here.
What is this?
And we do. There's our first pod we got to be aware of. Let's try running you, Guinan, over on this side and see if we detect any kind of activity over on this side. And nothing so far. So we're kind of near the edge on this side, so I see a couple crates up ahead, straight ahead of Guinan, so we can look at doing that. We got a couple crates here in the middle, so that's about 5 crates. If we ideally were able to position ourselves, that's probably the first 5 crates we'll be looking to position ourselves on, unless of course this pod that we see with the sectoid decide to roam towards them all, and that'll prevent us from taking up position for sure. Now let's move you a little further. I'm not gonna move to the full range because I don't want to get us in range to activate. So let's move just a little bit further here to the half cover. We'll do it a peek at a time. And we aren't finding another pod. We aren't finding anything. Not even a lone drone. So let's get everybody, let's get some more moved up. We'll get, Jeffrey, we'll have you help Guinan over on here on this left side, or right side, excuse me. Yes, I'm a grown. I'm not a kid. I know my left from my right. Hey, hey, hey. And the Templar, we'll kind of head you over towards the center. Since you don't have the best range, at least you'll have use of your tools from the center. And we'll bring you up also, Tommy,
I'm all
to
over
help
it.
out in the center. And finally, not sure exactly where we'll want to use our sharpshooter, but let's
Yes,
just
sir.
bring you up with the pack here. Now the question is, which way is that pod roaming? And they're roaming towards us, so they're going to make life a little more difficult here, moving up and gaining access to some of those crates. Life will be a little more challenging. So you can see the Shinobi, it's not great. The detection range isn't greatly improved, but it's definitely a little bit less than when I click on, for instance, the Mystic, where their detection range comes out a little farther. So the Shinobi, that's one of the benefits of the Shinobi, why I like leading off with the Shinobi, is just because he can usually get in a little closer without worrying about activating. So with that in mind, these center crates are off the table at the moment. Can we get a peek around the... Well, not ideal over here to get a peek. Let's just do... Because they're how far over the edge of the map, so there very well could be some crates over here on the side, over in this corner. So let's take this turn. Yeah, there's half cover there. You'll get vision through there. Gordi, let's have you take a peek over on this side of the map. See if we have any other crates over here. Don't have good vision yet, so we can't tell for sure if we got more crates over there. But being as that we're near the edge of the map here, it might be safe-ish to move ahead to the side of these crates. At least get ourselves positioned here, because even if they're strolling towards us, what are the odds that they go all the way over to the side? I'm willing to take those odds. And so Tom or Jeffrey, let's move you
Orders
up to
confirmed.
this first
Moving out.
crate and get in position. And man, we're not seeing any pod on this side yet either. So Guinan, let's have you move forward. In fact, we'll have you move forward here.
All right.
See what you see, and then possibly, yeah, we just might possibly, what could I activate? Let's set you up on this crate. No vision, nobody else. So we don't know exactly where they are, but these are look like the only two crates on this side. A lot of other crates kind of going up the middle here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's only 4 other crates around. Sometimes I've seen them on top of the building here, but there's got to be some crates over here in the darkness on the other side. I don't see them now, so at least we have some other potential options depending on where this pod wanders. I think what I'm going to do or try, Gordi, let's get you, or Data, I'm getting my names mixed up early today. Data, let's get you moved over here in position. Probably as the sharpshooter, we can get you positioned as that pod moves on behind the farthest back crate, and then work on getting everybody else positioned a little farther up where their abilities would do us more good. So let's just kind of shift everybody over towards the center to get ready to pounce, depending on when that pod moves on.
Moving to designated position.
And let's just kind of hang out and overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Oh, your movement's used up.
Commander,
Maintaining this area.
sounds good to me.
And end our turn right there. Okay, they're moving back towards the center, so that may allow Gordi LaForge. Let's see if they've got enough distance to move in. Pretty soon we may get locked down over here on the side, but we're in cover, so I'm okay with that. They aren't going to expose us unless they're able to flank us. So Gordi LaForge, yeah, that frees up the first crate. So we can position you here. The only thing about that vision back there, the sharpshooter, is this post, whatever this thing is. It looks like a big old walkie-talkie sitting on in this area. It might be in the way to limit some of our vision for sharpshooting, but we'll take a chance. We'll take a chance. Yeah, already it limits us to only seeing one of the aliens over there, not the other one. Now let's take you, Gordi LaForge. Let's see if we can push up a tiny bit on this side and see if we find ourselves another pod. I'm just going to do it a little at a time, just because I'm nervous, thinking we only seen one pod, and I know there's, 2, 3 more out there floating around. So let's take baby steps.
Seeing is believing.
Ah, we found a drone. It was hoping I'd get a little sloppy. Look at that. If I had moved up where I wanted to, woohoo, we would have exposed it. So we're kind of locked in here, depending on which way that drone moves. But I think what we'll do is we'll just park you in this two-way cover over here, Gordi, hopefully being able to move depending on how these guys path. Tommy, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I can't quite get you, can I? Can't quite get you up there. If you were a shinobi, I could, so we can't quite push forward as far as I would desire at this point. So I guess we'll hang tight and see where these guys wander, and then maybe we'll get access to this next crate. Sorry, the early mission on a smash and grab, this ideal smash and grab, is really getting ourselves in position. If we can get that prime positioning to start with, it really will help. And there's another crate farther back on the left. So if we can get the proper positioning early, it really helps make a successful mission here. Okay, so that's nothing. Let's just overwatch who's left.
Affirmative. Covering now. Scanning.
All right.
Next turn we can overwatch you because you won't have moved.
No one gets by me.
And these guys, we aren't going to mark the crates yet. That's what it's asking me if I want to do. And by marking the crates, I'm pretty positive that will activate the enemies as soon as we mark those crates. So I'm holding off doing that. We'll just end the turn on our own as is without marking the crates. Okay, they're moving back. That'll help me move up to get ready for more crates. Now, you guys just better not move out in here in the wilderness and flank me before I get positioned. And the drone's going to make things a little more difficult moving in. It does lock down data. That's not a good thing, because that'll mean I can only get positioned potentially into or behind 5 crates. Tommy, we're going to bring you up to this crate. It looks like we can get there. The only question is, you potentially could then get flanked by the drone, and if I put you on this side, if these guys decide to turn around and start pacing back where they were, then you'd get activated that way, and that's ideally not how I want it to happen, because then we'd only be positioned against 4 crates, and I'd rather get positioned next to 5 or 6. So we'll just have to risk it, though.
Location confirmed.
Because I can't just sit here the whole game. This is a playthrough. We got to keep it moving somewhat, right? And if I can't get ideal, if I was playing on my own, I got ultra patience. I'd wait it out. But heck, we got a playthrough going. We got to keep it a little bit moving forward for you guys. Best place to move my Mystic either way. Trying to get him up near a crate also. kind of thinking that, well, if you're going to get activated, Tommy, by this drone, if I put Benjamin Anwar out this way, or maybe we just move you up a little bit, Benjamin, because if this opens up, we can hop Tommy forward and you can take over this crate. So Benjamin, let's put you here on Overwatch. We'll do a blue move.
Yes, Commander.
That way we can still overwatch you if we go live and get activated. And Gordy, you're just locked down this time, so all you can do is be on Overwatch. And Tommy, Overwatch. Oh, you already did a yellow move, but we do not want to Overwatch here. Overwatch here. And now we can Overwatch with data. And I think everybody's overwatched. All we got left are options to pick up crates, so we'll just end our turn. Let's see who wanders in. Oh, are we going to get flanked on this side? Yes, we're going live. We are going live. So we didn't get the ideal amount of crates set up behind. Oh, we got a hit on the sectoid.
We need to get a closer look.
But he is flanking us big time. Oh, wait. We killed the sectoid. Look at that. But we are not flanked big time in the sharpshooter. Can we get ourselves a drone? That frees us up on this side. This is good for our mobility. Okay, Guinan, you're not flanked. The good news is what we should be able to do here. Now, unfortunately, pushing forward like this, we may activate the next group, but that's what smash and grabs are all about. We can move, we can mark this supply crate right here.
We're picking up a steady signal from the transponder. Firebrand is en route to make the pickup.
We got one pickup set. Guinan, if we move you over here, you should get a flank on that trooper. If we are really lucky, we won't activate another pod, but don't count on it. Don't count on it. And we didn't. And we get a flank. How about that? Before I forget, let's activate this little transponder also. And at the same time, let's take this flank shot, 78%, not perfect. Gosh, better than the average. There we go. This is going to help us a lot in being able to maneuver. But I would say, let's see, we got rid of 2 pods. There's probably 7 to 9. There's probably at least a couple more pods out there. Maybe a pod of 2, maybe a pod of 3, maybe 2 pods of 3, maybe another drone somewhere. There's all sorts of potential mixes they could be. But let's, before we forget anything, let's start marking some crates. Prevent them before I forget. The worst thing you can ever do, and yes, I've done it, I've moved away from a transponder, from marking the transponder, and then go, oops, I was right there and I could have had that marked. So, okay, every time we push forward now to a new crate, we're going to be risking activating another pod of enemies.
Seems
but
doable.
that's the name of the game, is to grab these. Nothing. Wow. So that means we're probably looking at a couple pods somewhere back in this building, on this building, behind this building, to the left of this building. So there's all sorts of places they could be, but thank you pods, for allowing me. And Jeffrey, I'm going to send you up this way. Let's see, you're up to about this. If I push forward to get that loot, I very well could activate, and I don't want to do that on a yellow move, just in case. And I still got another turn to grab that loot potentially next time. So Jeffrey, before you move away, let's mark your supplies. See, you don't know how close I came to moving him away without marking that crate. Let's get up to this point. We'll put you on Overwatch in case our noise we've made, he'll get somebody else to wander towards us, and next turn we'll be in range to pick up that loot before it expires.
Scanning.
Provided we don't need you. Let's see, I could probably move my sharpshooter forward now so I can get, well, this big thing will be in the way of some shots. Where's the best spot I can put my sharpshooter? There's no perfect unimpeded view, so I'm just going to have to pick a spot and make that the spot we go with the sharpshooter. You'll have good vision to the right, not great vision up the center, and a okayish, mediocre view up on the left. And speaking of the left, we got a crate up here. We got a couple crates up here, so it's time we start moving Gordi LaForge now that he's freed up a bit. Move him forward on this side to see about getting in position for that crate on the left-hand side. And we'll push up one more. It's a little farther than where Tommy went, so we could activate, but let's find out. It'd be a yellow move activation, but we got to keep it moving before these crates start disappearing for the advent.
Aye, sir.
And we did. Okay, but we didn't activate them, so we're a little out of range. Is that what that is? Yeah, the Shinobi didn't activate them, but if I had moved someone else there, we would have been activated. So unfortunately, he won't be available on Overwatch, but Tommy, you will be in case they wander into us. So let's put you on Overwatch. Let's just reload you, my sharpshooter data.
Aye, sir.
So we're ready for the action to come. And finally, we got Mystic. Where can I'm thinking we'll just move you a blue move here in case you can help us with some Overwatch shots, and hopefully get you at least close enough if they wander forward to be able to
I'll keep a watchful eye.
add some support. Let's see, are they moving toward us? They see us. Oh no, they're reanimating a dead enemy. That's what he's doing.
The aliens have found a
So
way to
he didn't
mind
see
control
us.
them
He
now.
saw a dead body to reanimate though.
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
Okay, so I think even though we have more of our crates marked, they'll only pick up 3 per turn. But I think by having these other 3 crates marked, the Advent cannot mark them on their turn. So that means we have 2 here that in an ideal world, we'd be able to reach and remark them and change them over so that we can pick them up. But the question is, are we close enough to make that happen? Okay, I can get Guinan over here, and it will activate this pod on this side. It also, in case I can't do any flashbang action over here on this sectoid to eliminate the Psy Zombie, to at least give me a nice flank shot on the Psy Zombie. So I think we're going to move forward and try and retake this Advent Mark crate. And do a little activating. Will it be 1 pod we activate or 2? So it's just this one. Just the one. Okay, the sectoid, did you get into flashbang range? That takes care at least of the Psy Zombie. So let's back up here a second. Let's mark this crate before we forget.
Good work.
Take it away from
Advent's
Advent.
locator is
I
down
don't
and
know
our
that we're going to
transponder
get
is
the one in the
active.
back. I
Firebrand
don't
will
know
handle the
that I
pickup.
have anybody, because I want to throw that flashbang. The only other person that could get up here is Guinan to mark that. Do I have somebody else that can get the sectoid? That'll be the question. Okay, I can push forward to this crate. It won't get me, however, a flank. Will not get me a flank. Do we have somebody on? Oh, yeah, that just breaks vision with my Shinobi. That's why I'm getting the warning. Let's take a look at who we want to move up. I can move Tommy up. And that may get you as the one that's in flashbang range. Let's push you forward, Tommy. Mr. Pokemon. Let's see if we have range on that flashbang. The only other thing is I have... This will get rid of the Psy Zombie for sure. The question is, what kind of a shot is it? 76%. That doesn't necessarily get rid of the Psy Zombie. I think I'm more interested in flashbanging the sectoid first. What is your range, Mystic? Not all that great, is it? Can't even get up here to this trooper on this side. And I can always get the Shinobi forward for a nice little flank shot on the trooper, which may be what I attempt to do. Of course, it then activates my Shinobi. So I think what I'm going to do, Tommy, I'm just going to throw the flashbang over here on the sectoid, because that'll free up Guinan down here. Won't have to worry about this Psy zombie. We can push forward and claim back this other crate that Advent has marked. Of course, it leaves Guinan up there unprotected against that sectoid. It'll be flashbanged though. I just don't have faith in being able to kill it.
Take a good look.
So let's flashbang it just to get rid of the Psy zombie. Thank you, Tommy, for throwing the bang. And that takes away a little negative action on our part. We can do
Understood.
over
Moving
here
out.
before we figure out where we move you on your second move. Jeffrey will get the loot and advanced. Anytime I see something that says advanced or superior, that's a good loot pickup in my
Got
mind.
something new.
And I think I'm just going to probably double move you forward. Guinan, I'm getting greedy, and this is the kind of thing, you know, I might activate that last pod and all of a sudden I'm up against 2 versus 4 versus 5. But dang it, I'm greedy when it comes to these crates too. I'm flankable either way by the sectoid. Let's just hope that we can get this trooper out of the way, and I think the best way to try that is with activating my Shinobi over here to get the flank shot. So let's move you. I can get the flank shot. Yeah, he's an Advent trooper, so it should be enough power to flank him, and that way I won't have to push too far forward, at least on the left side, about worrying about activating. I'll have myself near enough to 2 other boxes. So let's just go for this flank shot and activate my Shinobi.
All right.
Another
let's do
box
it.
up there. And how good. 87 we gotta take. Let's hope we come through with it. Gordi LaForge, let's do it. That's not doing it, man. That's not doing it. He didn't listen to me. Listen to your commander. I said do it. What kind of vision do we have over here? I got an 80% shot over here on the sectoid. And what kind of movement do I have for you over here? Well, we can get a flank shot at distance with not a very strong weapon. And that's not a flank shot. I guess we're going with the flank shot. But it's only 62%, so I gotta figure, is it better for me to throw a flashbang, wear him down, restrict his movement, lower his aim? I think that's more important right now. It's not a guaranteed kill with that guy. Not a guaranteed kill. And I think I'll push. Yeah, I'm a greedy little guy. I'm a greedy guy. Let's do this and see what kind of a shot we can get on the sectoid over here. 80%, I think it's a worthwhile shot to take. Didn't get lucky with the crit, but at least we've done some damage on the sectoid, so somebody else should hopefully be able to follow up on that. And Guinan, wherever I move you is highly flanked, and I don't have anybody in the background able to do any overwatch to keep that dangity dang sectoid from flanking me. But boy, I sure would be able to. I don't know if you're in position back here, Jeffrey, to be able to provide any kind of overwatch, or if you're just too distant of range to provide any overwatch support on that flank. But that's, I guess that's what I'll have to do. Let's come up here, mark the crate, and then if he decides to come this way on a flank across that big picture window here, if we're lucky enough, we're within range for Jeffrey in the back here to get an Overwatch shot to help protect us. So I'm getting greedy, and sometimes you pay for your greediness. Let's mark the crate before I forget and steal it away from Advent. And like I said, we're gonna Overwatch you, Jeffrey, with our fingers crossed. I guess with our fingers crossed.
Got it covered.
Okay, now it looks like we're about ready to activate that last, hopefully, the last pod. And that's not good. They got nice cover inside the building. Nice cover, and they're overwatched. And that chases the sectoid inside, so much for being worried about a flank.
What are you gonna
It was
do?
a decent shot, though. Okay, close range, 30% shot missed on Tommy. They're going to get 3 more crates away. Do we have any more Advent marked crates now? Not yet. So now we got to turn to worry about the soldiers that we are dealing with on the map. Sectoid is potentially close enough, plus I gotta worry about that Overwatch now. Fortunately, you're not quite flanked though. So I can always throw a grenade in there with Guinan. Kind of eliminate the Overwatch with the grenade. They got some decent troopers back in there though. I don't like having Guinan sitting out there right at the moment. And that weak little cover with so many enemies able to potentially take a shot, that is not something I like. So maybe I do need to look. We have the ability to stun, but I got too many enemies. So the way I can impact the most of them is with a flashbang, and that may be what I'll have to temporarily do just to rid ourselves of the Overwatch. And at least lower their shot percentage potential and hopefully protect Guinan. That's all I can hope for. That's all I can hope for. It only gives me 30% shot with my sharpshooter in the back. It's probably something I'll end up having to take. We got flesh available, but then is it highly flankable flesh? Yeah, he could come out here behind this pole and get a nice flank, couldn't he? Now I could, with my Shinobi, get into maybe an unflankable position behind this crate, which still should allow me a step out flank over here on the trooper, allow me to still make some progress against these crates and position myself against these crates, because I don't think, hopefully, he will be able to extend that far. So let's try to get this annoying trooper up close out of action. This flesh just keeps me vulnerable to a flank, so we're going to have to use our weapon on this one. Let's see, Gordi.
Nice.
Do it for us. Let's mark it while we're here. Now take the shot. I like 92%. That's much better than the lower shot we had last time. Can we do a kill? Yes. I can't breathe too much of a sigh of relief. Not yet. Now I can get you, Tommy, into better cover over here, and we can always drop back, and that'll get us in a better position to duel it out with these guys up ahead of us.
I can handle that.
I feel a lot better with you in full cover. Don't have good shots on the remainder, but at least you're protected a little better. And we need to find a way to get our icky ranged Mystic up into the action somehow, to where he can be of more use. Benjamin, you just need to work out and gain some range and speed here for me. You're not giving me the best of uses so far. Now if I do double move you, it gets you into half cover makes you susceptible to return fire, either from the sectoid or whomever. But I get you close enough to where maybe I can finally use your ability a little bit and rend somebody coming up here. So I think I do have to push you forward. Even though it puts you in half cover,
I'll lead the way.
we're doing it. And Tommy will probably put you on Overwatch. And Jeffrey, we're gonna probably push you forward a little bit more. We can get you closer to the action with full cover here or half cover here. That gets you a lot closer, and maybe you can get up to this doorway next time, which you could. In fact, you tempted to push you up even further to get closer. Now if that sectoid moved out, I'm going to have Overwatch over here to prevent that. Let's push you half cover on the crate. We have something to prevent the sectoid is the only one that can get a decent shot at you in half cover. And we're going to have Overwatch to protect him from doing that. And the other ones are flashbang. So let's take a chance. We can maybe get you up to this full cover door to help with some protection against those guys in the interior next turn. So we're going to try this one. And we're going to Overwatch you.
Come get some!
Our sharpshooter has a shot available. The question is, do I want to try moving him up to a better position? I'm kind of leaning towards the better position so we have more options next time, since it's only a 30% shot. So let's push you forward, Data. And we're going to Overwatch you, Tommy, and see what happens.
Come get some!
Got a 29%. I still don't like the idea of a 30% shot.
This is all wrong.
Woo! That's like I feel it, right? Oh, mind control resisted, but that takes him out of the action. So much for some rend. And good, that advent mark crate in the back. I don't know if we can get that advent mark crate in the front. Where's that advent marked crate in the back? Is it on the roof? Oh, it's up on the rooftop. You have range to get that up on the rooftop? You do. Of course, it puts you in range of Overwatch if we run you that way, but you can probably get just as far this way to get up there, so we'll just have to change your pathing, don't we? And then then we can get you up to the door up there without running Overwatch, and we can take back the crate, because isn't that our ultimate goal? And it puts you in position to drop down on these guys next time, that's for sure. So let's go do this move. We'll reclaim this crate. Hope we can survive enemy shots this next turn. Guinan, you're going to need to help us out, but boy, if I move you in here, you're going to be dead. They'll just flank you like crazy. We got to find a way to have you. You're going to be. We got to find a way to break that Overwatch too, and I don't have lightning reflexes. Gordi. Can we flesh over here? And it is a flesh that allows us to avoid the Overwatch and get rid of that annoying sectoid. I think that's what we got to do. You're only going to be in half cover over here. Sectoid is gone. Now we got to find find a way to protect you. Panic is removed over here now too. That is awesome. Can we rend now? Do we have the ability to rend? Of course, we'd have to run Overwatch unless I can find a way to break the Overwatch. Unfortunately, we don't have any of those available. Tell me, what kind of range, how far up can we get you? What kind of shots do you have? 35%. If we move you forward, Tommy, you're not running Overwatch. Does that get you in range? You have a grenade. You don't have a flashbang left. Could we at least get a grenade in there to maybe break the Overwatch? Is that possible? We only have it's only the engineer on Overwatch, so he's the one I would have to break the Overwatch from. That would mean I'd have to move someone over. To get this crate, and that might mean sacrificing my sharpshooter's shot, especially if I blow away that cover. But then we also have Guinan. So let's Tommy, let's move you forward to this crate. You'll have an angle to throw a grenade. Question is, will the angle be able to pick up the engineer? Through that door, you'd have ability to throw a grenade. Let's try it out.
No problem, boss. Never
know till you try. So let's see if that grenade can go through the door and not get exactly who I wanted. Dang it, dangity, dang. And we can't get it through this window or door enough. So we can disrupt the one we don't need to disrupt, per se. Okay, re-evaluation time. Now I can always run it with my Mystic. Except we gotta run an Overwatch if we do it. That's the problem. Das ist ein Problem. Well, while we're there, Tommy, let's mark your supplies before we forget. I'm gonna throw a frag grenade on this guy. See what that does for us.
Take this!
Make it a good one, Tommy. Make it true. Okay, we got some damage on one trooper. Lost a corpse, but that also frees me up now. Of course, it's going to involve running Overwatch still, but I don't know that I have a choice anymore. Well, we got... Who do I want to run the Overwatch with? Because I can run up here for a flank shot on the engineer, and I also then, now that you're not panicked, we have a rend. We have the ability to use rend. Of course, then it leaves us in a flank position. So the better one to run is with Guinan, who already has a hit on her armor. So she definitely doesn't need to be hit again. Choices. And that's just a blue move Overwatch, which makes more vulnerable. Ay, choices when it involves the potential to lose a soldier. It's never a fun choice to make. Guinan, you ready to take it for the team? Because we can't throw a grenade there. Mystic, you don't have the grenade available. I'm thinking, nah, let's do it this way. Guinan, you're gonna run. You are the one that is gonna run. You have the health. You are gonna do your rend on the Advent Engineer, and we're gonna do it that way. You're gonna run the Overwatch in order to get your rend. Let's do it. Be true. Okay, we just got a protected grazed hit, so I'm happy with that so far. And we didn't quite kill. the good news is we have momentum to get you out of harm's way, and that allows, now that our Overwatch is broken, it allows us to use Guinan up here to finish the job that Mystic couldn't quite finish. Let's do it. Okay. Now we got to carry our momentum and decide where we want our momentum to carry us. 35% shot on the Advent Sentry. Why don't we just... or do I want this more? What do I want more? A 35% shot? It really isn't that good. I want the crate. We're here for supplies. It leaves me potentially Guinan in a tricky situation, but he's flashbanged. We're going to have to count on the flashbang as we move forward to get this last crate.
Aye, sir.
And once again, we are not really in range to do anything there. Let's bring you all the way over here to pick up the loot, so we don't have to sense it. Since you don't have a shot this turn anyway, PCS, Smart Macrophages. Now that one I'm not familiar with. I'm gonna have to look
Curious
that one
to
up.
learn more about it.
Momentum move available. Do I push out back where he can just turn around and flank me in return? I think we just come behind the cover over here for now. Let's see what our sentry does. He's gonna have a shot. It's a miss hit, thank goodness. Now I'm feeling a little better all of a sudden. Now we are Overwatch. We're in great shape on these cartons, on these crates, on these supplies.
That's the last of the supply crates in this area.
A 12er mission. How about
we got
that?
what we came for, so don't take any unnecessary
Now
chances
we
out
got this
there.
guy in Overwatch that we have to worry about. I guess the question is, can we get a shot from the roof on that sentry down below without running his Overwatch? No, looks like we're running Overwatch there. We're running Overwatch every which way, but we can break Overwatch really easy with Jeffrey on the top, which then frees a couple of us to move out there and take care of the job. So let's do that first. And we have him in our we have him in our sights to be flashbang. So let's throw the flashbang.
Take a good look.
Take care of that Overwatch. Definitely in our favor now because we got the troops in the area to do the damage. So Guinan, we're gonna have you. Let's see if we can practice, do a little more work on our rend action over here. And we'll rend you over to the corner and see if we can just take care of this sentry.
For the Templars!
There we go. Way to go, team. And now, in midst of all that, with reinforcements coming in 2 turns, I, in all the excitement, forgot to set an escape zone. So let's see who can chuck that secure little escape zone area for us. Where do I want it to be? Oh, do you not have the ability to call this? Oh, not enough action points. That's why. So let's just move on to somebody else who can do the job for us. Gordi, can you?
Something tells me we'd better get out of here.
This is Firebrand. Evac
Well,
request
you
confirmed.
didn't throw it where
Hold
I
tight.
was going to plan to throw it, but that's good enough. That is good enough. Now we got to get everybody positioned in case those reinforcements arrive before, and it looks like they will, potentially before the Sky Ranger arrives. So let's get everybody positioned, reloaded. We got a turn to do that. And we'll reload you up on top of the roof there. Tommy, let's get you moved up onto the roof also. You don't
Whatever
need to
you
reload.
say.
So we'll just get you positioned where we want to. We got potential fire in that corner. Let's just get you down here.
Seems doable.
What have we got left? We got Guinan. We want to get you up on the roof. I don't know why. Oh, I had you go through the window, but who cares about the noise these days, right? I think what we'll do is we'll just move you over here and reload. And next turn we'll send you up on the roof. And we gotta run you up, Data. We gotta run you up. So we'll get you right up in this corner spot. And momentum move available. So let's just run you up here too, Mystic. There we go. I think we have a successful mission ahead of us, counting on surviving any reinforcements that may head our way. And boy, this building is just burning up. It's on fire. Tommy, we're going to move you over to this corner.
No problem, boss.
So we kind of have different areas covered where those reinforcements will or could arrive. Guinan will get you up there. That's good enough spot for a sniper, I think. We'll send Gordi LaForge down this way. Who have we got left? Oh, that was Jeffrey. Jeffrey, we'll get you up to the edge. Looking over that way. And it looks like we are just about set. And we'll get Mystic. Where do we want you? We'll send you right back here.
I see the path.
Yes, I see the path.
Aye, sir.
Trying to get everybody set now.
Got it covered.
I will do a reload
Back
there. Might as well do a reload
Lock and
here.
load.
Just have all our ammo just in case. And we are back. Okay, so reinforcements are incoming. So it looks like we're going to get out of here before the reinforcements. So let's just overwatch. Overwatch is all around.
Affirmative. Covering now. On it.
And then we will boogie out of here. See if we get some Overwatch kills just before we run away.
You don't look so tough.
Yeah, just 3 little low-level troopers. So one-hit Overwatches will take care of it. Yeah, there's one. Looks like just one, just one.
We are about to have
You don't really... We got stuff exploding like crazy. Let's get down to the evac zone. Unfortunately, looks like in the process we have gotten on fire, so we're going to have an injury during this evacuation. On Data, how bad will the fire damage us?
Self-diagnostic.
Or did we get out of here just in time before the fire damage? You're making a spectacle of yourself, Data. We're doing the Roman candle escape. Lead or light the way, Data. Light the way, so we all can find our way out of here. That was the plan, right?
Affirmative. Moving out.
And finally, we'll get Guinan over here, right there, and we can evacuate. For a highly successful mission. You can tell I'm excited about this one. The setup wasn't quite as I hoped it would be early on.
I will thank you to leave now.
But we managed to get them all after all.
Firebrand is returning to base.
Shows the importance on smash and grabs to get positioned as best as possible before you activate. Wait, who's the shy one in the back? Is that you, Jeffrey? That's typical, isn't it? Hiding your face in the background. In fact, that's so Jeffrey, I'm probably going to keep him there, but let's see if we can get Mystic. Let's find Mystic to edit his position. Where is he? Let's see if we can change his position to maybe he's going to bend down or something so we can see you guys in the back. There we go. Now we got vision on everybody, and you're still playing a little bit shy there in the background. Typical Jeffrey. So we'll take this shot. Successful mission, successful. Smash and grab. Gotta love it. All we took were armor hits. Trust me, I know there were chances. There were chances to be a lot worse, but so far the RNG gods are shining down upon us for this mission.
The remarks followed a moment of silence for peacekeepers slain by XCom dissidents.
All right, let's move on. See what kind of loot we got. This is kind of exciting. To think that we got all 12, I'm curious to find out what kind of loot.
Highest standards. Excellent
Awesome.
work, Command.
Well, what I'm gonna do is we'll look at what we're gonna promote our squaddies to at a later time, right before the next mission, to make sure we're getting the right promotion for the mission. But the rookies, we're gonna go ahead and see what you're promoted to now. So, Tommy. Who are you? You are a specialist. How cool is that? We've been in need of a specialist for a while, and now we got ourselves a specialist. And Jeffrey, what kind of position do you? You're our grenadier, so you're the boom boom guy. You're yeah, you're gonna be shooting those grenades for us, and we always need. Grenadiers are always in demand. Here's the big thing, 69 supplies. That's always a nice number. And we got Delirium crystals, which we need, I think, for certain research and building certain things, alloys. Let's see, the macrophages, if I'm saying that right, reduces wound time, recovery time, grants immunity to acid. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Why didn't I remember what that one was all about? And an advanced suppressor significantly reduces our noise and impact on infiltration time. So some useful little tidbits that we picked up. And we are back. I'm kind of thinking with those supplies, you know what I could use? Because we haven't had any early missions with an engineer. I'm kind of thinking let's get out there, take a peek over at the black market. I think, and that's where we need to take a quick detour and see if we can't pick ourselves up an engineer.
Plotting new course.
Because I'm kind of thinking we have over 100 supplies, and isn't that about what engineers and scientists cost early game is 100? Let's see if we got an engineer available, and we do. Isabella Astorga. Who knows if I'm saying it right, but she is now in my mind Isabella Astorga. And we are going to recruit ourselves an engineer and get that base going. And we're going to spend it's only 85 too, not 100. Definitely a deal. Let's accept it. And let's get back into the base and put her to work. Okay, and I think
Commander,
we'll
we
start
currently have no new supplies coming
so I'm
in.
left-handed, so
We'll
let's
need
get
to
over
seek
here
out
to the
new means
alien
of
debris on the
replenishing our
left.
resources.
That breaks the tie, makes up my mind. Let's put Isabella to work excavating over here. We're only 4 days away from the guerrilla tactics school, so I'm not going to boost. I don't feel a need to boost construction speed. Her benefit would be minimal, whereas we need to start clearing our debris and getting some of those goodies that we get by clearing areas. Okay, let's get back out there. We got another mission coming up soon. How far away is that? It's 99% infiltrated. So we're going to get there pretty quick. So let's fly back over to the western US and do a little scanning over there. And what are we set for over here in the eastern US? We are up to recruiting. Oh, we got a new soldier down here. Let's get him to recruiting also. And we'll switch them back over in the short term after we recruit a bit more, and we'll get them back to on intel shortly. But for now, we're going to be scanning over in the western U.S., so we'll keep them recruiting for the moment.
Setting course for the
So let's
western
do our
US
scanning
precinct.
time, waiting for the next mission over in the western US, see if we can come up with anything. And we don't. So we are, look at that, 114% infiltrated. So I guess being at 99, it just didn't stop at 100 for us. It just took us all the way up to the full infiltration. And look at that, with full infiltration. So maybe you gotta be able to get it 10% or more infiltrated to get down to the next level, because that one had been sitting on normal also. Extraction timer, now that it's vulnerable, I think that may have gone up too. Don't quote me on that, I'd have to go back and look. We have a fixed evac. So guess what, guys? We have a new mission next time for some resistance personnel, and we're gonna go see about releasing them and freeing them. And guess what? We're doing it with a squad of rookies. So we're gonna see how well these guys do next mission on the Operation Holy Empire. So this is Zigzag Zog signing off from Western Kentucky, and what do you know, the sun has broken through the rain. Kind of good timing after such a successful mission. I got the sun coming through the windows now, so we're feeling good. Let's hope we can keep this feel-good feeling going forward for a few more missions. You know, though, we're bound to get hurt somewhere along the way. It's just what happens when you're playing Long War, but we're going to take the good as long as it lasts. So Zigzag Zog signing off from Western Kentucky. Thank you very, very much for watching.